Hello, everybody. Back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Friday the 11th, and today was a beautiful day outside. We did get a tiny little bit of rain off and on, but nothing really to speak of. We need a lot of rain down here, unfortunately. So, got up this morning, got a couple things accomplished here at the house, just getting ready and whatnot. Had to run in town to see my doctor, and got there, dropped off Bruce at the house and stuff. From there, headed on over to see the doctor and stuff, and I dealt with the front desk guy. He's just kind of a pain in the ass. He really is. This is the fifth time since my divorce that he still has my emergency contact information and my all my information confused and tied together with my ex-wife and her sister, and it's just annoying as shit. Every time I change it, every time he says he changes it, and then I come back in, it's there again. It just pissed me off. Add that with the fact they didn't even notice the difference in my blood test between eating 650 calories of sugary donuts and chocolate milk and fasting. They couldn't tell the difference, which is bullshit. I don't think they even really did the test at all. Went ahead and said to hell with it. So I was like, I'm just done. I'm going to basically tell him to piss off. I'm going to move on from there. So I went ahead and got back in the room. He was a dick. I'm like, you need to change this shit. Like, I'm tired of it. This is 5 times in a row. If you can't get this right, this is bullshit. And I was finished up. So I kind of laid into him politely, but very affirmatively. And he's like, well, I do my part, but then it's got to go to India. So then follow up on it. Make a note, follow up tomorrow, follow up the next day, follow up the next day. Where the hell it takes until you get that shit fixed. Because I'm tired of coming back here every 6 months or every year and you guys having this shit messed up consistently. And I've been back as simple as a month and as far as like 12 months or 14 months away. And it's still screwed up each time. So it is what it is. So I got there, went back in the office, back to the examining room, I guess. Nurses, super nice. They're real cordial. She remembers, asked about the RAGBRAI, asked about running, blah, 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 whatever. Get back there and actually got to saw Dr. Hayden, which is my doctor, which I hardly ever see because I see other people because she's on vacation or she's delivering babies for somebody else or blah, blah, and stuff. So it's one of those things where I got to see her and she's really good at her job. And that's the part that sucks. So I wanted to really tear her apart and really bitch at her about how incompetent her staff is and stuff. So I went ahead, got my exam, questioned her about the blood work. And she's like, well, I guess it does say it's a little bit higher blood sugar, but I just figured blah, 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 whatever. And I was just like, yeah, whatever. I think you're still full of shit. So it's amazing how you happen to notice something wrong that depicts perfectly what I said was the issue with the blood, but it is what it is. So then I told her basically how her staff up front completely sucks, and I enjoy her nursing staff, I enjoy her as a doctor, but her nurse staff up front is bullshit. And she goes, it may be something as simple as calling India. I said, fucking call India, because let's say my wife was banging my ex-best friend and stuff, and I'm still dealing with that crap, that now every time they bring up my ex-wife and my sister-in-law or blah, blah, and stuff, it just screws me up mentally and it pisses me off and it hurts my heart and everything else, blah, blah. It's not the case on my end, but it could be for somebody else. Let's say it was his dead wife that now every time it mentions, it goes into a drinking spiral and the guy drinks for 3 goddamn days and stuff and whatnot, or whatever the hell it is. It could be somebody's dead son, or it could be who knows what, that they're not changing it. And I also looked there and I said, if you can't fix my goddamn emergency contact, how should I trust you with my damn life when it comes to get my medication right and stuff? She goes, we'll never trust your life to a computer. And I said, we do every day, because we claim that we're trusting the computer to tell us what pills and the lists and blah, blah, and stuff. So fix the damn shit. She understood. She looked like she wasn't like upset about it as much as she was disgusted and she was disappointed in the fact the staff had screwed up so bad. So we went ahead and did that. Did a couple other things. Also, her staff had dropped the ball. I wanted to get the heart attack test done to find out whether I had a heart attack. Found out the staff didn't tell me this at the time when I made the appointment like 3 weeks ago or so, 4 weeks ago, that test is only good for 2 weeks at most. They prefer it within 12 hours. Didn't know this information, so of course didn't get the damn test done. They wasn't doing good during today, so now she did an EKG, which showed up with a few issues with my heart. But they want to send me off to a neurological, electrical signal specialist for the heart and all that good fun stuff. Which I did find out later in the day that that's not until the 31st, and I can't imagine I'm going to stick around here in Iowa for 20 days. I just can't imagine it at all. So, or yeah, 20 days. So I was just like, no, I'll have to figure out either a later appointment for a few months and I'll fly back in for it or something, because I'm not going to do it. I got to talk to them up there and see if I can get any like standby appointments. Like if there's anybody else that drops out, I can be there in 2 hours or 2.5 hours kind of thing, and see if I can't figure out in the next few days. And if not, I'll have to schedule it out later. But it is what it is. So went ahead, got that finished up, wrapped up, headed out, went and got my mother. We went and did a little bit of stuff, just hanging around, because I had like that weird time frame waiting to go to get my toes worked on at like 2, so I had to leave the town by 1:30. So got her, went and got Bruce, went out to the reservoir, had a cigar, The cigar took actually longer than I expected it to take smoking, so I ended up running the short, and I decided I had to go for my run, which I needed to do, which my hands all bandaged up after my surgery, so knew I was not going to run very far. Took off and running, also forgot my running shorts at my house. I planned on going back there, changing, and running from there, and then Mom could go do some run around while I was running, and she had to go to the bank and some other stuff. I forgot that, so I ran in dress shorts. Went ahead, popped my shirt off, went ahead, I have my running shoes on because I wear running shoes every day, almost always of what I'm wearing, just walking around. So I went for my run, and ironically passed some people who were trying to run fast as I ran past them, smoking my cigar, carrying my dog, my hand all wrapped up after surgery, and I heard some disgust in a couple of them as I went by. They don't think they thought I could hear, and the trail kind of curves around, and they were bitching about how like slow they are and whatnot, and it made me kind of chuckle because I was not running fast while I was, not, it was like mid nines or so it was not a fast run, but it cracked me up. So went ahead from there, headed on back to the house, got my, I guess kitchen shower, you want to call it, basically sink shower. So I went ahead and got myself all washed up, cleaned up and that, and Mom went to the bank at that time, came back, Carolyn picked us up, which I didn't need them to, but they wanted to, I think, more than anything. So they rode over to with me to Corden. I got my toenails worked on, got the rest. I got 5 of them taken off. He said the other 4 that I wanted to take off, so there wasn't enough nail to actually be able to get a hold of and pull out. He said because if he just put the acid on the top, this nail's just going to hit it and it's not going to do a damn thing. So he's supposed to get me some ointment, some like nail treatment ointment stuff that's supposed to help I guess work the nail away or something that I don't know what the hell it is. Something like Eureka, but it's not what it's called. Something like that that is supposed to help wear the nail around that will keep it from growing back. So we'll see from there, which also pissed me off because I did this insane surgery to get rid of the nail fucking forever, not to rub lotion on my damn toes the rest of my life. So every sinking, twice a day, he wants me to rub that shit on, which never gonna happen. I'm not that dude who can do that kind of maintenance. Hell, I barely brush my teeth, so I'm not gonna brush. I barely brush my teeth twice a day. I'm sure as hell I'm gonna rub lotion on my toenails twice a day. So it is what it is. But I know who I am. I know what the case is. So from there, headed back to town, dropped Mom off so she could head home. I got in the car. My feet they were still on that weird numb ass thing, so it's hard to feel the clutch and stuff to drive. But I went and headed back down the farm, chilled out here a little bit, got brew stuff. Carolyn cut up a watermelon for me, which I grabbed the other day at the store yesterday, and damn, it was pretty good. It was surprisingly pretty good. So went ahead and ate a bunch of watermelon stuff, hung out a little bit. Carolyn made some cookies, ate some cookies and stuff. Had a couple cigars on the patio, was chilling out here. Got to see my grandfather's old tractor, which my cousin redid, while my uncle and my uncles redid, I guess, and stuff basically. But that's what it is. My cousin helped. Travis painted it and stuff. It's a really cool little farm mall. That's a pretty sweet little unit. So Scotty had them redo that one, which was one of those things that's funny as hell because I had mentioned to Scotty that at some point, I told Bobby also, if it ever came to where he was going to scrap it or he was going to sell it, at least I'd like to have first right of refusal on it. Not that I really needed a tractor, but I have nothing of my father's parents, and even though he's still alive, I'll probably have nothing of his in the end because he's kind of weird and doesn't have any idea of like giving people stuff. It's kind of a weird thing. I tried to buy one of his tractors from him before, similar to that, but an Alice Charmer that I offered also not only to buy, to pay for all parts and stuff and do a complete 100% restoration on it like that, and do it with my grandfather in his garage. So I'm like, hey, this will give you something to do. You're retired. You're complaining you're bored out of your mind all the time. I'm willing to pay for everything, including buying the tractor, and we can work on this together. It'll be a great little bonding, type situation. We can build it over a year or something. We'll be good to go. And he basically told me he wanted $1,500 for it. I'm like, you fucking what? So he was not going to give me any discount. He wanted full price of what we looked. I looked around at what they'd be worth, if I went and bought one just off a random stranger, and it looked like they were between $1,000 and $1,500. So he was asking top of the market for his tractor instead of just like, I don't know, giving your grandson a tractor that you could do that would be a great little bonding moment for the two of you to build it together. And nope, that didn't happen. And then I ended up going to auction with it. And at auction it brought $900, and he had to give the auctioneer 25%. And then my grandfather asked him, I said, hey, I tried buying stuff, what, blah blah, and you're trying to charge me top of the market, which didn't bring. He goes, well, you could have bought it at auction. And I'm like, yes, but I didn't want your shitty tractor. I wanted the experience of the tractor I was going to pay you for, and also rebuilding of and whatnot kind of thing. And he was just like, well, you could have bought it at auction. He was like really a dick about it. And I'm like, okay, whatever, fuck it. So it is what it is. But now I see that tractor, which my grandfather did not give me, but I was very, very little when he passed, and he'd already sold that to Bobby years before that even. So, and I think Bobby pretty much, I don't know if Bobby ever used it, to be completely honest. I don't think Bobby ever farmed with it at all. I think Bobby bought it with the sole purpose of knowing somebody down the road may want, Grandpa George's tractor. So it is what it is, and I appreciate Bobby greatly for that. next thing I was talking to Scotty one day, I was on the beach, and he said, well, we were talking about the tractor, and he goes, yeah, I'll let you know this and that. And then within a week, Scotty says, hey, I just pulled Grandpa's tractor over. We're going to start doing it. So I asked him, same thing. If you ever get rid of it, please give me a chance to buy it. I'm going to pay fair market, whatever the hell it is and stuff. And then I'll have at least first right of refusal if I want to buy the tractor or not. 'Cause I'm not asking for nothing free. I'm just asking for a chance to purchase it without overpaying, like my grandfather tried to charge me for his tractor. So you always kind of think of like, yeah, wow, my grandfather was a great guy and stuff. He only gouged me $600 on the price of a tractor. So, which then you take 25% off of that $900, and he could have given me the tractor for $650 and it would have been fine. But no, that ain't the case. So it is what it is. But anyway, or $750, but it is what it is. So went ahead, got the tractor, just kind of laughed about it, talked to the garden and stuff, got some tomatoes and whatnot. Ended up having fried green tomatoes for the first time. Bobby's lady came over and stuff, and they're having fried green tomatoes, and I never tried it. So she called back and said, hey, send Patrick over, have him come try it. Tried them up. Claire didn't like them. I did. So I'll probably eat some of his leftovers tomorrow on that. So we'll see if they reheat or not after, fried green tomatoes. We'll see what happens. So anyway, that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe and wonderful day. Thanks for watching.